Welcome, my name is Anthony Napodano and I work with Right Reason Technologies. I'm the Director of Education, and for the last 11 years, Right Reason Technologies has provided innovative, customized solutions for New York State school districts. Our extraordinary customer service and partnerships has enabled growth, collaboration, and success for our partner districts. Now, let's get started. What is our blueprint for success? It all begins in our belief system. For over 11 years, we believe in every student and teacher can and will be successful. I've learned this and lived this with over 20 years experience in the classroom and supervising districts. And I know that every child given the chance and every teacher given the chance and timing can be successful, and our programs are built on that premise. Blended learning, professional learning communities, and data-informed decision-making is what makes that success happen. And again, our platforms support this. Individual learning plans is at the core, and we're going to show you how that works in our systems today. And student-teacher growth is paramount, because if you don't have that, it doesn't matter what level they're at. If we're not seeing growth, we are not improving educational systems. So, where do we get these beliefs from? We just didn't think them up. It is based on research, and we go right to the pros, McRell and Marzano. And what does it tell us? It says that we're empowered as educators. We do have control, no matter what baggage students come in with. So if we look at number one, effect size and their percentile gains for students over 2 or 3 years. Number one, alignment of curriculum and instruction. Of course, that makes sense. We don't want students being taught about dinosaurs in 8th grade because the teacher likes it. They need to be aligned and taught what's in the curriculum and have instruction that is aligned to it. Time with instruction makes sense, but here's the other A. Time with assessment has to occur. When you do assessment well, you save time on instruction, and this is paramount. Monitoring of instruction and assessment. That means walkthroughs, that means evaluations, and that means teacher peers looking at assessment data in PLCs and changing instruction to meet the needs of students. Expectations to achieve. Every school, every system must expect that all their members will be successful. And we do this through our programs in expectations and motivation. Parent involvement is key, but we don't control that. But we also control the school environment and climate. So if you take the top 5 out of the top 6 effect sizes of influences on student achievement, you can control student success and teacher success in your system. And our RightPath system will help you do that. It all comes down to the individual learner. What type of setting are you going to give them? What pace? What coursework? Who's going to instruct them and how? And in these type of innovative programs, which are very popular, if these are done right in the right setting, students will be successful. And not just 50, 60, or 70%, which is the average across our country, but all students will have a better chance. Let's talk about our journey to success, because it is a journey. It doesn't happen in one day, but when you have innovative instructional tools that we develop and customize for your districts, your teachers have a better chance. And here's the neat thing. Our innovative instructional tools are built by teachers for teachers, not by an engineer or some accountant. They are built by teachers, successful educators. Experience-based best practice trainings are given and delivered by principals and administrators from A+, excelling, and blue ribbon schools, some right from New York. And our customer support helps you every step of the way. Not just here's some software, but here's a program, and here's our support staff and liaisons, 24/7, 365 days of the year. What typically happens in a district? There are a lot of great programs, but are they aligned to district goals? Are they really, truly meeting the needs of students? And are they effective? Typically, this is what we have. Monolithic, one-size-fits-all instruction. This was great in a manufacturing age, but in information age that we have now, this is not working. It'll only really hit 70% of our kids. We have true winners and losers, and that's not great for public education. It's a batch or assembly line approach, and we need to include all students now. And we can't afford just having the teacher as the sage on the stage. We need them to be the guide on the side. And the technology use, and we spend millions of dollars in technology, and that's a good thing, but are we getting the bang for our buck? Is it being used in a basic approach, meaning it's replacing paper and pencil, or are we doing it adaptationally? Let's see. What if all our systems, all our programs were aligned to a few very important umbrella goals that meet the needs of students in our districts, where we have modular, interchangeable parts that meet the needs of individual students, where we have a student-centric approach. How about a New York State student-centric approach, where our instruction and our programs are customized to the learning styles of the students? The teacher is that guide on the side to facilitate all learning, and now our technology is transformational. It changes instruction to meet the needs of students. We must move to even broader thought now. What if our entire system is more of a collaborative model, where our BOCES and RICs collaborate with RRT and other vendors, and districts come together to support student success? And in another diagram, you see it where it's not only just RRT and BOCES, but all our partner districts in a consortium, which we are forming very successfully now on Long Island and upstate New York, to improve all students and success for all our districts. How are we doing this? We're doing it with the RightPath Student Success System, one 6-platform modular integrated student-centric system. Let me talk to you a little bit today about each one of the platforms. First off, we have the Curriculum and Data Center. It's a data warehouse. We can warehouse any of your tests from your districts, or any of state assessments, benchmark assessments, local assessments, SLO, APPR reports can all be housed here. We have individual learning plans, small group plans, and whole group plan reports. All of our assessments and reports are aligned to New York State learning standards and the Common Core. You'll also find a curriculum planner that is UBD, or Understanding by Design Enhanced, with essential questions, enduring understandings, and vocabulary. We are adding teacher and student profiles to help out with SLOs and APPR. And this year we'll also have pacing guides, which will enhance all the reports. We move on to the Student Center. Student Center, the students and teachers have 24/7 access to web-based, customized practice and test prep, and it's all personalized down to performance indicator and/or concept mastery for our high school students. We move on, very powerful intervention lessons for RTI, response to intervention, and our AIS programs. Over 400 lessons developed by New York State educators in grades 3 through 8 in ELA and math, all aligned to New York State standards and the Common Core. These lessons are customizable, and they're driven by our Cyber Extension virtual learning platform. These lessons can be delivered online, shown on the front of the room, or we have printable versions. Professional development. We deliver our own live professional development on our systems, on professional learning communities, data inquiry teams, compliance trainings, best practice trainings, and also we have student awareness trainings in areas of bullying, sexting, internet safety. I'm going to jump a second and go to the Assessment Creator itself. Assessment Creator has over 40,000 questions, Common Core, ELA, math grades 3 through 8, and new high school Regents core questions. Again, customized creation of formative and summative assessments, and the system will grade these assessments for you. And these assessments can be assigned to individuals, small groups, or entire grade levels. Let me move into Cyber Extension. That's our virtual e-learning platform model. It is the preferred model by New York State. It's the powerhouse of the entire system. It has thousands of lessons in the core areas in high school, and it's aligned to New York State standards and the Common Core. So what programs do we have to offer? Well, in Cyber Extension, everything from credit recovery, Regents prep, homebound, credit advancement, summer school. These programs help students and they typically save districts money. In the student success and teacher success areas, SLO's APPR reports, very popular and something that the districts need solutions for now. Formative assessments, benchmarks, which are approved by New York State for growth. The intervention went over, new demographic reporting, right on everyone's home screen on the home report screens. No queries needed. Develop your own demographics right on screen. Individual learning plans we discussed, the profile cards for teachers and students, longitudinal studies and information on how students are progressing and how teachers are progressing. Pacing guides and the Student Practice Center, which we discussed with those new regions questions. And then the professional development, which we previously reviewed. What are our goals? It all comes down to student success and each individual student. We focus on the individual, customization of their workplace, on their paths to learning, and we increase student accountability and motivation because they're going to get the results also. Their parents are going to get the results. So we have that triangle of support between parents, school, and the individual child. And we increase opportunities for students to earn that success. We have a blueprint that comes from our blue ribbon, A+ in excelling schools. It's pretty simple, actually. You take the state report results. Don't make them autopsy data. Make them alive the day that children come back to school. You know their holes, let's fill them with instruction. You take local assessments and benchmark reports and you put them together. Now you need the tools. What is the data telling us? And we guide that through individual learning plans, and we give you the tools with profile cards and intervention lessons to meet the needs on the spot timely. And then how does that work? What is our success with that? Students increase their mastery, teachers become more effective, and through that information we're able to provide you increased graduation rates, APPR, SLOs, and at high school 9 through 12, everything is exactly the same except for the tests. Yes, you have midterms, you have end of course assessments, you have regions. We take all that data, give you cyber extension lessons for intervention in the classroom, general ed classrooms, and in our special area groups. And again, we're increasing student and teacher success. How do we support? We're APPR approved. You don't have to worry about it. Give our assessments, use our growth models, and we're good to go. We increase efficiency and times. Funding sources are there throughout the state. Cost savings, collaboration between our districts. We have consortiums. Right now we're working on APPR and SLOs. We have conferences every summer. We have user groups. And we get together and we actually become consultants and we work hand in hand partnerships with our districts. And one thing we do, we customize our tools to meet the needs of the individual districts and the students they serve. Coming back full circle to our core values, what makes us successful is when you are successful as a district and an educator. And we believe and we strive to be an effective partner in the success of our districts. That's how we're successful, with innovative instructional tools, customized solutions, and ongoing professional support. We do not go away. On top of that, we know, when we're going back to, every child and teacher can and will be successful. And we work with districts that truly believe in this premise. We have successful models, blended learning, PLCs, and informational decision making, the learning plans, and teacher and student growth is paramount. Please join us again when we will continue with customized solution presentations in many of these topics that are right now burning in New York State and throughout our districts. And if you'd like to reach us, you can find us in these areas. We thank you for your time today and we look forward to you at our next presentation.